right, it's Monday, March 31st, just following up on the SPY. You could see here, after aggressively buying puts at about this red line when these three bars were forming selling tails, expecting a little bit of a pullback at some point in the morning. We're getting it now, so I just conservatively scaled out at, I bought the 563 puts at 1167. I just scaled out at 1250. They're asking 1275 now, so about a point higher. Lowers my break-even stop to the options being at about like 1075 or something like that. So the question is, is this going to be the high of the day right here? Are we going to make an orderly pullback and attempt one more push up? Maybe making it there, maybe not. I think the ideal trade today with this kind of structure, I aggressively went in here at this gap anticipating this type of thing might unfold at about this area. So fortunately, I got it right away. I can scale out, set up a no-risk trade. But there might be an attempt to kind of make another push higher on the intraday, even though you're well below the midpoint of the prior day. You're at just a key pause point here at the on the daily chart when we gap down. That's why I think it's just pausing here in an overall downtrend. So I wanted to kind of be a little aggressive, just watching these, bars selling tail, forming, as we headed up into the gap of the pre-market range. So fortunately, we're getting a little rollover. Look, this might get strong and come all the way back down. I think the ideal setup here would be more of a push down that's orderly, attempting a secondary push up, can't make it, and then a failure. That might work towards the lower end of the range. Or you can get a strong move down now, who knows. But, in terms of structure today, it didn't really follow through on bar one. It's really not really giving any, clear signal to the downside yet, other than, just a pause right up in this area at the moment. But the trend is down, and, you're kind of battling against, a big a reversal area here, potentially in the big picture. That's why it's pausing to the upside versus, can't really... It's in a pause area here in the gap on the short run in terms of potentially reversing to the downside. So you got a little conflict in the big picture trying to reverse up here, the small picture trying maybe to reverse from up here to the downside, and who knows who's going to win out. We'll find out more by the end of the day what kind of bar this looks like. If we can't generally hold this pivot and reverse up with like a green day and a 2 up, that type of thing, then, once we break through this pause area, we could be heading all the way down here to like the 540 area, on the SPY. So keep that in mind in terms of what's unfolding. But we do have now the opening price to monitor, and see if that holds above that for the rest of the week or if we get below that. So we're pausing here at this little, pivot on the daily chart. And the question is, we'll find out more by today or, into the, as the week goes on, are we going to break through there and head to the next targets down here? But anyway, for now, I'm going to see no risk kind of how this intraday structure unfolds, aggressively buying puts here and able to scale out and set up a no-risk trade.